everybody, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today's topic is mystery letter and mystery coins. Lots of mysteries out there, and this was a question that was brought up to me in my Telegram chat. So if you would like to join the chat, see all the interesting discussions that go on back and forth, maybe even share some ideas, please feel free to join Telegram and join my Psychic Focus chat. I'll put a link at the bottom of this post so you can go in through a direct link or search me, Psychic Focus, on Telegram. So anyway, moving forward here, it says, in looking back at Bush Sr.'s funeral, Pence also received a mystery letter. Does this have something to do with a recent mystery coin? What was in his letter, and does it relate to the club he was indoctrinated to after the votes were certified? So people really wanted to know what's going on here, and has something been planning out for a long time. So when I focused on this, I do see there is a total connection. I get that since the election in 2016, there's been a plan to get Mr. T out of office. The focus was investigation after investigation, but they also needed a contingency plan in case all of this stuff didn't work, which clearly it did not. As the powers that were became scared at their potential losing control, they needed to reinforce the perception of who was really in control. Really, if you think about it, someone only has control if they make you feel like you need to submit to them, but they are pretty good at forcing people into submission, basically giving them the control. I see that throughout the years, if they could not organically have allegiance, they would blackmail and coerce people into unmentionable acts in order to force their will. And I had a flash of an episode of Black Mirror that I watched, and what it was in this episode is they basically forced a public official to do something very disgusting with a pig. I mean, it is something that would turn your stomach to the point where I could no longer even watch the show. It was that bad. I will leave that up to you. And if you want to go see what that episode was all about, I believe it was episode 1, the very first one that they did of the first season. Regardless, I got that they basically will force or blackmail or do something to you in some threatening way that if you don't just willingly do it and allow yourself to be blackmailed, they will find a way to do it for you. I see that within the PTW, if people don't willingly incriminate themselves, could be something with kids, animals, drugs, theft, crime, extortion, deals, you name it. There's a lot of different ways to blackmail people out there. To be part of this club, then they will work relentlessly to get something dark on a person, even if they're drugged and forced to do it. Some people don't even know what they're doing. And next thing you know, you have this video turn up and you're like, wow, when did I do that? Or you remember it like a dream because maybe you were drugged. I get it's hard to escape it once they make you a target. Many people will not openly admit what they did for fear of retaliation of society, career, or even to protect their family. And this leads them in only one direction, and that direction is dark. The few that do stand up and speak out, remember the rapper Cappy? They usually don't have a very favorable result for those that do try to have a voice. This leads me to what was in the envelopes that were distributed at the funeral, at Bush Sr.'s funeral. I get it was some piece of dirt that the PTW had on each person there. They wanted T out of office, and it was their way of saying, there will be a time that you're called upon, and when we call, you better jump. The Bush brothers had intel on some of the stuff that their dad did that was tied to a grassy knoll. We all know what that is. Hillary has roots back to connections on a famous island. We know where that is and who's involved there and the activities that happen. And she also had a lot of dirty deals overseas, so I see that outline for her. Last but not least, there were some provocative photos of a time where Pence may have questioned his sexuality. None of the above mentioned people wanted any of this stuff getting out, so they basically fell in line with the PTW because they didn't want to have any public repercussions for stuff that they have done in their past. Needless to say, they became part of the club. They had to show loyalty, and it may be direct or through passive means, but the goal was to discredit and dismantle the administration. They wanted T out of there, and they were ready to do anything ruthless necessarily to do it. As I mentioned, the coin Pence received was a symbol of loyalty, and it showed his approval from one of the evil people at the top of the PTW pyramid. And that was basically all I got for this. I had this nudge, to make this go viral before it gets pulled, because I don't know how long this video is going to stay out there. Hopefully it stays out there for a while. I tried to watch my wording and how I said things, so maybe we're safe. So anyway, love, light, and happy Friday to all of you. Again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and don't forget to join Telegram. It's been great communicating with everybody. Everybody take care and have a great day. Bye.